Ryan Barnes here, Teen on the Scene. I am here with these lovely teen creatives. These three people are absolutely amazing at anything that they do. They are artists, filmmakers, TV producers, and we're going to introduce them right now. So first we have Blue, who is a freshman at the School of Visual Arts. She took a gap year to study there, and she is a commissioned artist, and she also created something called the B Event, which was a pop-up art gallery in Brooklyn. She'll talk about that. Yes, there's the magazine. Next we have Kia, who just held up the magazine. He is a sophomore at NYU Tisch. Congratulations, awesome school.
Thank you.
And he is a creator of short films and other productions, and he also is a Teens Art Connection alum from the Teen Advisory Council. So we'll talk about that. And lastly, we have Andrey Gordon, who is a freshman at Kean University. He is the CEO of Andrey Gordon Productions. Big boss over here. And he is an award-winning producer of the LMCTV Drama, The Rascal. So we'll talk about that. So let's start with Blue.
Hi everyone. I go by Blue, and my Instagram is Myzetshon, so it's at MIZEDSHION. I'm an artist. I paint, I draw, I try to dabble in a little bit of everything. I mainly currently am working on this sticker that I'm doing. His name's Michi. I'll go more into that later. But yeah, I basically... No, don't announce it. But yeah, I come up with projects and I go through with them.
Nice. Kia, how about you?
Hi everyone, my name is Kia Mahootian. As he said, I'm a sophomore at NYU, and I like to make short films, mostly narratives, but sometimes I do documentary. I have a short film coming out this weekend, probably Sunday, called The NYU Turn, and it's like a comedy with light social commentary thrown in there. I just finished a script, and I'm probably trying to shoot that over the summer or during the fall for my intermediate production class. It's called Beau's Wake Up Call. And I'll tell you guys more about that.
Hi, I am Andrey Gordon, and as Ryan said, I produce the LMCTV drama, The Rascal. I have been a volunteer at LMCTV for 8 years, and I just love what I do here, and that's my passion.
Awesome. So now I guess it's on to my introduction. Let me try and keep it short and sweet. So like I said before, I am Ryan Barnes. I am a freshman at SUNY Plattsburgh studying digital media production with my intent to double major in TV video production as well. And I am the creator of the Teen on the Scene podcast Sneak Peek here. And I also love social media content creation as well as promoting other brands and things of that nature. One of which is the sponsor for our video, who is Freshman Funbox. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but first let's take a break and go to their commercial.
Send your student a hello from home with Freshman Funbox. Every single month, there's something different and cool. Something to eat, something for school, something to wear, and more. Students are happy and parents stay worry-free. Good for any student in boarding school, college, or living away from home. Send a monthly box, a birthday box for their special day, or a gift certificate. It's survival in a box. Order yours now at freshmanfunbox.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Ryan Barnes here, Teen on the Scene, podcast Sneak Peek. And so we're going to get into the first segment. So to all of you, I ask, how did you find your passion and your drive to pursue it? So we'll start off with Blue.
Well, I've always been an artist for as long as I could remember, but it's only really been like recently that I've been sort of pushing my art more and getting other people involved, because as of lately I've kind of been into this idea of making the art world more accessible, you know? So
Absolutely.
There's a lot of young artists I know, and they don't really know what to do with their work or like how to get their work out there, because you know the art world is a little bit like elitist, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So recently with the B event that I did back in November, I was basically with my friend Zeltsin. That was basically like the whole goal to have. We were like, we've never had our art shown before in galleries, so why don't we have our own gallery? So we found other artists as well to be a part of it, and like fortunately we had a sponsor for it too, called Redbubble, and we put together like this magazine,
Oh my
and we like put all the
That
artists.
looks so professional.
That really does. Look at all
put
the
all
art.
the artists in it and like about them, and the whole point was like to get them more exposure and all that.
Absolutely.
So
Where can I get a copy?
unfortunately, we ran out of them at the actual event, but you know, you can look through it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow, that's a really good. That's a really awesome way to literally just say, well, if our art is being shown, we might as well show it ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
do it. That's really good. So now, Kia, tell us about how you found your passion for filmmaking.
Yeah, so film is something I've been interested in for a long time, but I only started like picking up a camera and making films since like about 14. I took a workshop with Mythic Bridge. They're a nonprofit in Brooklyn, and we did like weekend workshops, which are like we'd write groups of like 5 or 6 people would teenagers, all of us would write a story, and then like we'd cast it and we'd produce it and shoot it, and we would do that in like a weekend. And
Wow.
that really that was actually like a show us the ropes sort of production, you know, from pre-production to production. But the post-production, the mentors kind of handle themselves. But still, it was like a great experience, and I'd recommend it for anybody who's like just starting out, like making films. Like, you know, honestly, just jump into it. There's no like complicated way of getting into it. Just kind of like get in there and show them your stuff. Like me as a storyteller, it's hard to kind of point to specific influences, but like for my own films, though I do kind of like, I enjoy dark comedies, and I enjoy you know, dramas. So anyways, yeah, I don't want to take up too much time.
You're
I can
fine.
go on
Thank you so
forever.
much for talking about those things. It was really cool for you to talk about how you guys how you folks would produce an entire, you would cast it and script it and shoot it and everything in a weekend. Like that to me is like not able to
Yeah,
fathom.
it's
Like,
pretty mind-blowing, honestly. It was the first time I did it. And
I'm glad you had that experience. It was really awesome. Last but not least, Andre.
Okay, so when I was 10, I came across LMCTV at one of the Marinic block parties, and they were doing something with a blue screen where they would make it look like you were flying down Marinic Avenue. So I'm like, I'll do that. And I was just so fascinated by how they can use like video and create it in that way. And so we found out how I could volunteer, and I've been doing that ever since. Then, after I was working on other people's shows for a couple of years, I'm like, I think it's time for me to do my own thing. So, but that took some time for me to come up with the right idea. But my friends and I, we created the Rascal together, we came up with the idea, and it's like, this is the one. And I immediately started writing the show, and we filmed like within a month after we came up with the idea. And that was in 2014, so it's been like 4 years since I've been working on this show.
that thing you described with flying down is a simulation. That sounds like a virtual reality.
It would, well, I think they took a video like of like what it would look like going down Merrick Avenue.
Yeah, like from a drone.
Probably from like a car at that point. That was 2010.
Right.
Yeah. And then they just used the blue screen. They would put you like, you would lie down in like a blue box,
Okay.
and they would like,
And you'd be
Oh, that's so
moving.
cute.
You'd feel like moving.
yeah, and well they would composite it and then put the video behind you.
Oh,
It
wow.
would be like your.
Nice.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Also, what I wanted to kind of ask as a follow-up question to hearing you guys talk about how you guys started is, what do you think might have been or is like one of the hardest things that you about the things that you do? Because I know it can come with challenges trying to start your own thing, and you guys can definitely talk about that. So, Lil, would you like to start us off?
I think for me, my problem as of lately has been sort of categorizing what I do, because people will ask me, like, just as an introductory thing, what I do, and I have a hard time kind of figuring out a box to put what I do in, because
Yeah.
I love doing a little bit of everything. Like I organize an event and like I do some stickers and stuff like that, and it's like I just like creating things and then pushing it out.
Yeah.
So like for now, that's been my current problem, like trying to figure out how I'm gonna categorize what I do, and then at the end of the day, like what's my end goal and what would my title be.
Yeah, I have the same sort of struggles with me wanting to dabble in everything in terms of social media, in terms of content creation, and me being a brand ambassador, and me doing things for my college, and being an admissions ambassador for them. It's kind of like, where do I fit in? And kind of, so I definitely relate to what you're talking about with the trying to fit in the box thing. But you don't even have to fit yourself in a box. You're just your own box. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Kia, how about you?
So I guess the greatest challenge, one of the greatest challenges, is communicating your idea to your actors and to your crew, and just like being able to articulate it clearly so that they get, you know, a good impression of what you have in your mind, and as well as I think carrying it through. You know, as you go through the motions, just having the patience to like see how it pans out during the scene, and just like not having like a snap judgment about whether that was good or bad, or like just waiting to see like how you know, where the actors take your idea, because like they could do something that you had no idea about, and like that it would make it so much better, and it oftentimes does. So, yeah, patience and clarity.
Awesome. How about you, Andrey?
Well, I agree with what Key was saying about trying to get your message across to the actors about what you want from them. Also, for me, a lot of the people in my show aren't professional actors, so working with them when they may not have like the same like skill level in acting as someone who's been doing it for a long time, and how to balance it out and help and make it as easy for them.
Absolutely.
To make it natural for them, because trying to make the character more themselves.
Yeah.
So that's was one of my biggest challenges in creating my series. And then also for me, I had to do CG animation for my show. So I learned that specifically to create this show, which was a huge challenge.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yes, of course.
You said that you work with a lot of non-professional actors.
Yes.
So how do you, or do you have any like ways that like go-tos that you use to get them into their characters?
Well, sometimes I will cast them because they remind me of the character that I wrote, or I have someone in mind, and I will write the character like for them.
Oh, I see.
So it's like, for example, Lewis Simons, who plays one of the detectives. Like the character he just wears like his same clothes. The character is very much himself. So it's like it's easy for him to like play that kind of role.
So that happened after you'd wrote it, or you casted him before you wrote it, or how did that?
I had started writing it, and then I'm thinking like, oh, who can I get to play these roles? And like I just thought of him.
Gotcha.
So like that was kind of how I created this show.
So you sort of find out in your community, like you kind of look for people and.
Yeah, and it's a lot of family, friends, and people from LMCTV.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I make
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, really. It's my show is really a family project. My cousins are in it. It's like all
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I see one of the things that you do is start off small and like use the people that you already have at your disposal. So you already have people from LMC that are willing to do it, and you kind of have these people in mind, which can be another challenge. Is like you want to create these productions that have these either great characters in mind or have these great sets in mind, but you might not have the resources to be able to do so. So you kind of have to compromise, and you'll actually be surprised that you'll pick somebody that you didn't think would fit the role or something, or that you'll pick a setting that you didn't think fit at the time, and you'll actually be really surprised with the outcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for talking about that.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess I'll go on to my passion and to my and to challenges that I face. So how I found my passion for social media and content creation is my mom, about when I was a sophomore. in high school. She took me to a music video shoot for one of her clients at the time, and it was great. We went to Brooklyn, and it was like a whole long shoot day and all that kind of stuff. We transferred different studios and different stages, and it was really, really cool. And the one thing that I enjoyed from that experience was watching the videographer and the production guy. Was just, he had this this contraption, which now I know is called a dolly, where it stabilizes the camera and you can see it, and he's like recording it, and he's like getting all the different angles, and I'm just like, that's so cool, like I want to do that. So I would like ask him all these questions like, oh, what does that do, and what does that do? So I kind of was exposed to something that I never would have been exposed to if my mom hadn't brought me there. So that's how I kind of found my passion, and I started researching different cameras. I started researching different forms of media and how to create those kinds of things. And I was also big into YouTube at the time, as most of us probably were. So I was also, exactly. So I was also looking at different content creators that I admired at the time, and I was just like, I want to be able to do that and replicate that and show my personality and my passion with it.
What are some of your favorite content creators on YouTube?
At the time now, it's Shane Dawson. I absolutely love everything that I know. I love everything that he does. I also love Garrett Watts, who's a close friend of Shane Dawson. I love Garrett Watts. I also love.
Funny.
He really is. I also love Flawless Kevin, who reminds me of someone else that I know, and so he also is very big into the LGBT community and advocacy and things like that. And also another one, Mac Does It. He's another content creator, but he's also a person of color. So it's someone that I can relate to, and he goes to school for the same thing that I'm going to, and faces some of the same challenges in terms of trying to get his content out there and stuff. But he's so funny.
Have you ever tried to contact any others?
No. No, I'm just like, they're never going to notice me. Imagine if Shane Dawson got back to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, a possibility, so I mean, don't hesitate to message them. I mean that in all seriousness.
No, yeah, you're right. It's not that I necessarily am afraid to contact them, but I kind of know I want to be able to also not just say who I am, but also show that I've done stuff too. So not just come at them saying, hey, I want
reach out to you.
Exactly. I want them to be able to see me and creating stuff that I like to do, and them to be able to find my passion and say, I like what he does.
I see.
That's how I see it.
So you want to figure out your own style?
Exactly, because I don't know if I want to do sketch comedy, because I love sketch comedy. I also might want to do vlog style, where I'm able to just talk about topics that are going on in current events. I love talking about pop culture. That's one of my favorite things. I get that from Wendy Williams. I get that from different kinds of people. Me and my mom love watching Wendy Williams. So we do things like that. So that's how I'm trying to process now. So since junior, senior year, I knew I wanted to be a content creator and knew what I wanted to go to school for. So trying to find that and trying to be able to also have the proper resources, because I would have a cell phone, I would have kind of a tripod, I have that kind of setup now. Yeah. So it's easy for me to start. And when I went to college, it was really easy for me to be able to do so, because I would walk to class, I would take out my phone and be like, hey guys, so this is how I'm feeling about today. I'm doing this, that, and the third today. How do you feel about this going on in the world? Leave your comments down below. Things like that, and try and start my own kind of thing and my own platform. And
I think you've done a really good job. I've seen a lot of your Instagram stories, and they do feel you feel like a natural to me.
Thank you. I try. What helps is that I talk a lot, so it's just a lot, always coming out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Some gems.
Yeah, extroversion definitely helps with this.
Yeah.
Sort of vlogging and just being excited and having that exuberance to capture an audience and keep their attention.
Absolutely. Yeah, the passion. And even if you're not extroverted, you can still find your passion. You can still have a passion to do something and find someone else to be able to kind of show it to you. So similar to if you want to create something and you want to cast somebody, you would cast an extroverted person, even though you might not be that yourself. Right. You can cast someone else that can.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, definitely. So
we have an audience question.
We do.
When I was in kindergarten, I was drawing a lot, and my teacher noticed this, and they had an easel, and the students could it was one kid per week could paint, because it was limited space. But my teacher let me specifically paint every day, because everyone was painting scribbles and stuff, and I was actually painting stuff. So from there, I was just always making stuff. I would in elementary school, I made a website of these characters I made, or little booklets. And so I guess the support of my mom really helped, because she would always buy me canvases when I'd ask for them and stuff.
Wow.
So just having a supportive parent really, obviously it helped a lot.
Mhm.
But I mean, even if you don't have a supportive family of whatever your hobby is, maybe your parents are like, get a real job, don't be an artist. But like, I don't know, I think having the like belief in yourself and like the passion, whatever you do, keep doing it, because it'll like, whatever you want to do will come to you eventually at the right time when it needs to come to you.
Wow.
So
Words of wisdom here.
I would say just like keep doing what you like to do.
That's really
How do you handle friend pressure?
Yeah, ditto. I everything you said, with a small caveat, which is I don't think you should wait. I think you should go out there and chase your passion, because really, I don't think anyone's going to come to you and say, hey, you know, I know you're a great artist. Why don't you come and do X, Y, and Z? Like, you really need to sort of like get out there and show the world your stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
No, I don't think
everything
you have to
said,
wait.
being a supportive parent was like really the key for my success too so far. Like, I was sort of shy and like withdrawn. I didn't really want to like throw myself out there in these workshops and stuff. It was kind of like my mom was like, no, like you need to like get there with other people with similar like levels of experience to like, really get to know that field. And like, yes, like absolutely. And also it look for places like Arts Connection, which do have like free weekly art going, I guess, where like you just go out with people and you see art and you talk about it with a professional, and it's like they're a great group, Arts in Action. So just like find places that you can they're looking to help people like you.
Absolutely. Do you have anything to say about that? Trying to find your passion and trying to do anything like that?
Well, yeah. Well, having a support group is really vital. I have the best parents in the world. They've supported everything and anything I've wanted to do, and also, you know, like finding a place like that can really also support you. Like with LMCTV for me was instrumental. Like I would not have made a TV show or done anything like that, like what I've done today, had I not found LMCTV when I was 10 years old. Like it just really happened.
Yeah, you kind of just had that one moment in life where that's happened. So I know someone asked, how do you deal with friend pressure? So my friends, since I was like, maybe like in middle school, yeah, definitely when I was in like 7th, 8th grade. I wanted to be a scientist at the time, but even my mom and my other friends were telling me like, you're just too like extroverted, you're too out there, you're too outgoing. Like you can't just sit in a lab all day and just just mix chemicals together and do that kind of thing. And I'm just like, maybe. And then in sophomore year, I found my true passion. But how I do a friend pressure is they always like want me to kind of like put myself out there in some way, and it's just like, you need to create a YouTube channel. I've gotten that so many times, and it's just like, I want to be able to do that, and I want to be able to do that, and you know, like to be able to create those kinds of things. But it's a process, and it's like you can't just kind of start it. I want to be able to find what I want to do. You have something to say?
I feel like what you have to do is just kind of like going back to what I said. Just keep doing what you enjoy to do, because honestly, there's a niche for everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So, like with the character I created, Michi.
Yes.
Bring him into
Promo,
this,
yes.
the
Is
sticker.
his name really Michi?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
his name.
That's crazy.
I have him on my laptop.
Guys.
With that,
And they're
I mean,
all over the city.
initially,
Yes.
yeah. So initially, I would just put the stickers up like literally everywhere, like in the train station and just everywhere I go. Like I would just put the stickers up, and my friends would like walk ahead of me, and I'm like climbing up a pole. Like,
That's good. That's really
Like
good.
Michi for president.
oh my god.
Just make buttons now, yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I brought my friends into the hobby too, because I have another friend. Her name's Zelson, and I taught her to make stickers now. She's doing it too, and it's like really great because I mean, if your friends are real friends, they're no matter how weird or very like extremely niche your hobby is,
they're
like
gonna support
stickers,
you.
like whose hobby is stickers? I don't know. But
Yours.
they'll support
You'd be
it,
surprised,
maybe, or like they'll
actually.
try to.
About the stickers, really.
Really?
I've seen a lot of artists on Instagram promoting their art with stickers. Like, I have an artist friend. Her name is Yonic, Yonic, and she does a lot of paintings and like visual art, but I think she also makes little like trinkets and stuff to sell like that.
Nice.
So she has an exhibit coming up at the Highline Ballroom in February.
Nice.
Put in a plug for her.
Yes, okay, we'll definitely get the information for that later. But that was a great conversation, all great questions, all great advice. We're gonna take a little break, go on to something else, and then we'll move on to the second segment, because I was still in the first segment.
Send your student a hello from home with Freshman Fun Box. Every single month, there's something different and cool. Something to eat, something for school, something to wear, and more. Students are happy and parents stay worry-free. Good for any student in boarding school, college, or living away from home. Send a monthly box, a birthday box for their special day, or a gift certificate. It's survival in a box. Order yours now at freshmanfunbox.com.
So we are back now, and we're going to talk about not just that these three creatives have actually done stuff, they've also been recognized for that. So we're going to start off with Blue and tell us all about the recognitions that you've had, the B event again, and stuff like that.
Okay.
We'll go down the line.
An award I've gotten was I got a scholarship from Eastside House for like the arts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, of course, the B event was funded by a company called Redbubble, and basically how that happened was they were having this kind of a contest type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was called the Create Some Good Project,
Mm-hmm.
and they were looking for projects to fund. And so, you know, like I said earlier, like me and my friend were like, you know, we want to do a gallery and have our work in it. And it's crazy because we talked about this like literally the second day that we met.
Wow.
we were like, we'll do this when we're like in our 20s or something. And then a couple months later, we found out about the opportunity and, you know, jumped into that. And,
Absolutely.
you know, they picked our project and
Oh my god.
everything just happened like really quickly, and it was like really amazing. It was an amazing experience. But that's another thing I want to say, like, just always apply to things. Even if you don't think you have a chance, just do it.
And that goes with anything, to programs, to colleges, I can talk about that. But yeah, to programs, colleges, scholarships, anything of the sort. If you really think that you have, you know, if you really want to apply yourself and you think that you'd be a like good fit or a good candidate for whatever you're going to do it.
Ooh, I remembered another thing.
Oh, yes, tell us.
In last year I was student ambassador for Eastside House as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm an ambassador for a lot of things too. Not to rub it in your face.
I was like an ambassador for like 10 years.
Kia, what about your recognition for the things that you've done?
Congratulations on the scholarship.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
I've won a couple of, well, for my individual films, two of them were shown at the 2016 All-American High School Film Festival at the Times Square AMC Theater, so that was pretty cool. I got to see it on the big screen.
Awesome.
Yeah, and people paid to see these films, so that was some, you know, that was real. And then, man, they paid real money, real currency.
Yeah,
real US dollars.
Monopoly.
There was, I just thought of that. Let's see, my Mythic Bridge team, we were also competing that year for something called the AT&T Invitational, which was, we were making films about cyberbullying, and our film won second place in that festival, and we won like $2,500, so that was pretty neato. And I edited that, so I get some credit for it.
Editing is one of the most important and crucial parts of any production.
Yeah, it's often pretty overlooked.
Yes,
but it's not one of the key positions, like behind the camera, in front of the camera, but like it makes or breaks your film.
Yes, it does.
In addition to sound, of course. Shout out to
Sean,
our sound guy.
Sound guy. Yes.
And yeah, I also got a presidential like award for like my volunteer service hours in high school.
I got the same thing, I think.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
it's
think
for
so.
the Obama letter.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah, word man. Good job.
Yeah. Shook.
We both had that to show to our
Just
kids in
give
our
it to my
bank.
face.
And then finally, I guess it's been a while, and I made a few things, but I had one of them win well, no, 3 of them win like gold awards at the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. So that they were showed at the Met. So that was pretty cool.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So many. How about you, Andre? I know you have a
Yeah.
whole list from LMC.
I've won 4 awards from LMCTV, including Best New Series for The Rascal. And I also, aside from doing The Rascal, I also did a Lego stop motion video with Dina Schumacher, who is one of the staff here. She and I produced that show about history of the Sound Shore area, like through little stories told through Lego stop motion, and we won Best Children's Program from the Alliance for Community Media, which is a national organization.
Nice.
So that was really cool.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats on everything that you guys have ever done.
Thanks.
Honestly, have I had any? Of course, I've had recognition for this stuff. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of awards in middle school and high school and stuff. But in terms of high school, I've been recognized for my academic achievement. I've been recognized for my community service as well. I also got the New York City Council Speakers Award from Corey Johnson, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I got that one.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you. So I got that. So I was recognized for me being committed and to everything that I love to do and being outspoken about a lot of things. I also created an LGBT club in my high school, which is a Catholic all boys high school. So it was really big feat for us and stuff. So called Spectrum. Spectrum. So that's what I created. What else have I done? I've also have had many internships and opportunities from Haymarket Media, which is an international media company housed in the UK actually, and then they have offices in the city, one in New York, right across from FIT, and I was interning there my junior year that summer. So that was a really good experience. I've also done stuff with Teens Art Connection. I am so involved with Teens Art Connection. I've done their social media. I've been part of track. I've done pizza and movie nights. I've done the Bronx pizza and movie nights and
Those
stuff.
are fun.
Yeah, those are amazing. I need to go back. I was like,
I'm just gonna show up there as one night and be like, hey guys, Fillmaker here.
Exactly.
Pizza
So one of mine.
and a movie.
Yeah. So definitely those kinds of things. But honestly, being recognized for the stuff, it shows how it harkens back to being able to put yourself out there, because if you're not gonna put your stuff out there and you're just kind of gonna keep it to yourself and just kind of no one's gonna see it and you're not gonna be recognized for it. So we're not saying that you have to get awards and official recognitions, but you can definitely get just one simple, hey, I saw your film, or I saw your artwork, or I saw meet you on the thing. Even that is just so amazing to just have someone say that they saw your stuff.
And I got a lot of support for my films from my high school administration, surprisingly.
Nice.
Just my assistant principal, he was a really nice guy. He sent out emails to in the newsletter about my films and stuff, and promoted the YouTube channel, because I had a YouTube channel in high school for my film club. And yeah, so the school administration was really good to me, and never shortchange yourself, even if you don't think your work is good. There are people who do think your work is good and will recognize you and will shower you with praise. So
And even as you're sharing your stuff, you don't have to be where you want to be yet.
Exactly.
You can grow as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a cool.
That's a good one. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, grow as you go. Because it's important to kind of think especially if you're in any kind of arts field, you think that you have to reach a certain level in order for you to be recognized. And I'm no, you can be recognized at your infant stage. You can be recognized when you're just starting anything.
Yeah.
How do you think YouTubers get started? Remember, YouTubers, even Shay Dawson, they were at once just starting YouTube.
When nobody cared who
Exactly.
they were. Yeah.
And now he's created actual productions. He's done podcasts. He's done TV shows. He's done movies. He's an actor. All these kinds of things. So it takes a while.
Who's
Especially
that guy?
in the
Gary Vayner?
Gary Vaynerchuk. Oh yes, he's a really good resource. I follow him on Instagram and stuff. Gary V. He is a really good entrepreneur. He gives a lot of really good advice on starting your own businesses, on pursuing your passions, not caring about what anyone else thinks. If you want to become somebody, and I posted this on my page a little bit ago, if you want to be someone that you want to be, then you intern for that person,
right?
Or you just connect with that person automatically. If you want to be Shane Dawson, you reach out to Shane Dawson, that the kind of thing. So.
Right. this is what I was saying before about like reaching out to people on their YouTube channels or on their emails or just like knocking on doors, you know.
Basically, go down the LA and just
Add something in real quick.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
like, also, I feel like if you've never tried something before, just do it anyway. And if you fail, you fail, and you learn something from it. So I don't know if anyone's watching my live right now in particular, but like.
Hey, Alex.
Alex, hi Alex. But I created this toy of Michi. For those of you that know Michi, I haven't announced it yet. I'm gonna announce it officially soon. But like I don't know, I've never made a toy before. But like I just reached out to someone. I was like, hey, can you like do this for me? They're like, yeah, I got you. And it's like, you know, now I know how to make toys. But like,
Just put a ticket on there and
at
say
first.
licensed by Hasbro, and then actually don't do that.
Imagine, no, I'm but I think that's a big part about like what makes or break people. Like if you can go into something, even if you've never done it before, as long as you have the confidence that like I know my end goal and I'll just find a way to get there. Because
exactly.
Yeah.
I like whenever I want to do something, even just something as simple as like anything, like I'll think about, well, what's my end goal? Like I don't think about like how am I gonna get there. I think what's my end goal? What do I want? And then that will keep your mind conscious about like what you are looking out for. So things that you weren't noticing before, it's gonna stick out to you because you have your end goal in mind, and then you'll see things and be like, oh, that's a step to what I want to happen. Or like when I was doing the gallery, I knew I wanted to do a gallery with one of my best friends. So we just had the idea. We didn't think like, oh, but what's the step-by-step process? No, we knew what we wanted, and then when we saw that opportunity, we took that opportunity. And we were like, this could be a step. Like leaving the path to get to your end goal open and diving into things even if you never tried it before.
Wow. That's real. That's a real inspirational.
For a second there, I got so passionate. I was like,
Then I saw you and I was just like, ooh, she got louder. She really into it. That was really good advice. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, of course.
On that note, that is a really, really good ending point right now. And when we come back, we're going to actually have Fresh and Funbox on call for them to talk about what they do as a company, and you guys will be able to offer advice. Yes, Fresh and Funbox, an amazing thing. We'll be able to take pictures and stuff and show you their products, and it's going to be really good.
They've
So stay tuned.
been here the whole time.
Yes. Now you notice it. Stay tuned.
Send your student a hello from home with Freshman Funbox. Every single month, there's something different and cool. Something to eat, something for school, something to wear, and more. Students are happy and parents stay worry-free. Good for any student in boarding school, college, or living away from home. Send a monthly box, a birthday box for their special day, or a gift certificate. It's survival in a box. Order yours now at freshmanfunbox.com.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, we're all here.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
You're doing
Good.
awesome.
Ryan, introduce her.
Yes, okay, so who we have on the phone is Peachy from Fresh and Funbox, who's the creator. So introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what you do.
Oh, well, I am Peachy Williams. I am the designer and creator of Freshman Funbox. And I am actually a creative director and writer by trade. And this is something that came about because I feel like college students and boarding school students are a virtually untapped market, and there's a need for this particular service. I'm also a former educator, a professor of English, so I kind of get the students and I know, what they need, what they don't need, and things that are helpful for the parents as well.
Awesome. So talk a little bit about the kind of boxes and the kind of services that you do.
Well, the boxes come in 3 different colors, as you all know, and they are not based on gender, but they're based on mood. Sometimes you can feel happy, sometimes you can feel, intellectual, sometimes everybody goes through different sorts of moods all the time. And so I wanted to do something that was gender neutral, but could still make your day. Everybody has a favorite color, but those 3 colors basically signify, what anybody can, what anyone would like or what anyone can relate to at any given time.
Cool.
Nice, nice.
How much are those boxes?
Yeah.
Well, the boxes are $59.99, and they are plus tax without shipping. If you have a subscription, the shipping costs are free. And we also have if you look on the site, you'll see you can get a whole year package, or you can get a 3-month package. You can get them by month. We also have birthday boxes for those people who have birthdays coming up. And everything that's customizable to Freshman Fun Box is available on the site. So all our t-shirts that we personally design, our planners, anything with our emblem on it or our logo, insignia, they're available on the site.
I saw that you guys also do like a different thing each month or week.
Correct. Our boxes are not traditional in the sense that we provide items for students that vary every single month. There's always something to eat, something to wear, something for personal care, something for school, and usually we have life skills also involved in the boxes every single month, but we want to make sure that it's not redundant. We want to make sure that it's always up to date, always fun, and always keep people guessing. That's a way to get your competition.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
cool.
So
I want to order one.
yeah, it's a really, really good resource.
Think
as
about
one of
the
their
ambassador program.
Yes, so I
The
can think
boxes
about.
are recyclable, so you can use them or you can take them to a recycling bin. It's, although they look very beautiful, they're recyclable 100%. So
Nice.
we're
Saving the
helping the
environment.
environment. We don't
Yeah, hold
want
the
to
boxes down.
have a big carbon footprint.
Look at that. Look at those boxes.
Yeah, it's
It was great.
amazing.
Yeah, so I can definitely talk about
being open.
being no, not camera, but we can do that. So I can talk about being a brand ambassador for Freshman Fun Box. So as a brand ambassador, I get the boxes each month, and I basically do an unveiling / unboxing of them and show off the stuff that's in the box for that month, and I review them and I talk about how it's helped me throughout my college years, throughout my college experience so far. And yeah, it's a really, really good program. It's a really good resource for a lot of people, and it kind of leads into my question as to Peachy, do you have any advice for anyone going into college or just kind of going through the process and having some resources to share with us?
Well, my first piece of advice is stay true to yourself. In everything you do, stay true to yourself. Don't let someone steer you where you don't want to go. Always be different. Always use your own mind. Use your own judgment. At the college level, you should know right from wrong. So if you feel that little voice inside telling you don't do it, that means don't do it.
Yeah.
My second piece of advice is take care of yourself mentally. If you're transitioning, especially as a freshman, it can be hard being away from home in a new environment. You don't know anyone, but as you learn people, you'll find different things such that everyone's not your friend. You need to not party all the time. You need to do your work. And mental stress is real. Sometimes things become so overwhelming that you don't know how to handle it. You don't know where to turn. And resources are there for you to use. And always don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call your parents, call a friend, or someone who can help you get through those tough times.
Definitely, like my school, NYU, we have the University Learning Center, which does tutoring during the week, and then we also have the Student Health Center, which provides free counseling to students.
Absolutely. Those resources are there, and they're part of your tuition, so make sure you use them. And if you have our planner, in the front of the planner, there are a list of numbers, all 1-800 helpful numbers to get you through the school year.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being the sponsor of this video and providing us and the guests with the lovely boxes and the gift bags. If you guys want to say thank you to her.
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for having me, and you guys have an awesome day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So that was our sponsor, Freshman Fun Box. Awesome service, awesome boxes, awesome gift bags and stuff. So now I want to pass it on to you guys and talk about any advice and resources that you've used or that you want to share with other people that you've used to kind of get where you are. So,
Okay. I think the best advice I could give, honestly, is just like I said earlier, just jump into everything, even if you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Like, just try something new and don't be afraid to fail. And always apply to things. Always, if you see an opportunity, I like to think it's for a reason that you saw it.
yes.
That's what I like
That's
to believe.
It's
Yeah.
fate, yeah.
I believe in that too.
Like,
There's some things that just happen.
yeah. Like, I mean, I believe in free will, obviously, but I just think like you can be
Free will or
guided.
determinism? No.
Things will be.
Is this an English class? My bad. ahead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just apply to everything and don't be afraid to fail.
Nice. What about you, Kia?
Yeah, I guess my advice would be don't shortchange yourself. Like, go after what you think, even if you think it's too big or like it's too expensive or whatever. There's always like ways to get around that, and so like think creatively and like find solutions to your problems, because like if you're enthusiastic about your idea, then like other people will just by fortune, like by chance, will just also want to help you, because like that is contagious. So like
Absolutely.
just like have enthusiasm, like your passion will show.
Nice, nice. Last but not least, Andre.
My advice would you need to find that support system and the people that have resources to help you, like LMCTV. If you're in the Larchmont Mamaroneck area, go to lmctv.org. They will support you in whatever projects you want to do, or wherever you are, find that community organization that has those resources and that can help support your passion.
Nice, nice. For mine, I definitely would like to talk about Freshman Funbox. Again, like I said, they sponsored this video, and they give out really good advice in the forms of cards and stuff. So they have cards talking about the services that they do, and they also have webinars as well online on their website for people to ask questions and to also just get general advice from the faculty and staff.
Where you film your podcast at?
Oh, so we filmed a podcast here in the Larchmont Mamaroneck Community Television Station, LMCTV for short. And it's a really awesome facility. Andrew's been here way longer than I have. I've only been here for like 5 minutes. So that's really good. But yeah, so we filmed it here. Thank you so much to Sean, the sound guy. Thank you so much to Dina Schumacher, who is the assistant director now. She got promoted from production manager, studio production manager.
Nice.
Yes. So thank you also to these 3 lovely guests. You guys are absolutely amazing.